Hi, I'm Karlene Karst, and I'm a registered dietitian and the founder and formulator of Sea-licious Omega-3 oils. One of the questions and concerns from many people are, should I take a fish oil supplement? Isn't just eating fish enough? And I always recommend to people that yes, we should look at eating wild fish twice a week. However, for many Canadians, that's difficult because of availability, affordability, and then also people not knowing how to really prepare and cook fish. So sometimes we can have these great intentions and then people buy a beautiful piece of fish and they go home and they fry it and it starts to denature all the omega-3s. What we also know is that even if you're eating fish twice a week, it's not enough to really deliver the amount of omega-3s that the body needs. So we need to turn our attention towards incorporating omega-3 supplements as a foundational nutrient for our overall health. And we know omega-3s have benefits for our hearts, joints, skin, brain, nervous system, skin health, you name it. Almost every system and function in the body requires a consistent delivery of omega-3s. So that begs the question for quality. So if we're going to be incorporating fish oils into the diet, are they safe for people to use? How are they even made? How is it possible we can take fish from the ocean and get omega-3s that end up in this tasty bottle called Sea-licious? So one of the fish species, or the 3 fish species that I highly recommend for omega-3 supplementation, especially on a daily basis, come from the smaller bodied fish. Sardines, anchovies, mackerel. They're lower on the food chain, they're more replenishable in the ocean, and I think Mother Nature is very smart because they also contain the highest amount of omega-3 EPA and DHA. So they have about an 18% concentration of EPA and a 12% concentration of DHA. So 30% of the fat in those fish species bodies are these good omega-3 fats. So these are the fish species that I love the most. Because of their small size, they also accumulate the least amount of toxins. So right out of the ocean, we are starting with the purest, cleanest, best form of fish that we can. Fish then goes through a process called rendering. And this is essentially the cold pressed method of extracting oil from the fish. So they use the pressure of a press to extract the oil from the fish. The entire Sea-licious line is manufactured in a pristine environment in Iceland. There are fish oil manufacturers all over the world, but I specifically chose the facility in Iceland to manufacture Sea-licious. They have rigorous quality standards. They use a beautiful technique called steam distillation, in which once they have the oil rendered from the fish, they use a steam vapor to pass any of the toxins from the fish. So rather molecularly changing the structure of the omega-3, they keep it in its natural triglyceride form and use the vapor in order to capture any of the heavy metals, the PCBs, or the dioxins that might be lurking in the fish. From there, the fish oil is then flavored by a very special flavor house in Montreal. So Sea-licious becomes then a product of Canada. And I'm very proud of our flavor house and the incredible work they've been able to do to mask any kind of unwanted fishy side effects that people might taste or might not like in fish oil, leaving Sea-licious one of the highest quality, purest, and best tasting omega-3s on the market. Before Sea-licious makes its way to the shelf or into your home, we make sure that it is third-party tested. And testing fish oil for quality standards of the heavy metals, making sure that the amount of omega-3 that is listed on the label is actually in the product. Making sure that it is free of any mercury, toxins, that it's safe, that there's no oxidation of the oil. Sea-licious is tested by a Canadian organization called IFOS, the International Fish Oil Standards Program, and they do a rigorous third-party quality check on Sea-licious. And I'm so proud that Sea-licious always meets a 5 out of 5 star rating. And this is information that consumers, that you can go online and you can take your lot number of Sea-licious and you can check it and you can actually read the quality reports so that you can feel confident in the quality of fish oil that you're giving to your family. Years ago, and even when I started in the fish oil business 20 years ago already, fish oils have come a long way. So back in the day, the fish oils were essentially pressed in a more mechanical way from the fish. They would result in an oil. They didn't have all the beautiful sophisticated techniques that we have today to ensure that the oil is stable, that no oxidation has happened. Now we make sure that the oil is pressed in a nitrogen environment so that no oxygen is allowed in. And we want to do that so that the oil can stay as stable as possible. Anytime moisture changes or temperature changes or oxidation, oxygen is allowed into the environment, it starts the process of oxidation. Now, many of these beautiful fish oil manufacturers are able to deodorize the oil, take out any of that fishy scent and odor that might come. Remember, this is sardine and anchovy and mackerel, so it does have a very strong, overpowering flavor and taste. So again, with Sea-licious, this is one of the reasons why working with the pristine environment in Iceland and the manufacturing facility there, that it has all the techniques of today to make sure that the oil remains as pure, clean, and fresh as possible.